Cool kid. Oh yeah. Cool kid. Doing that cool stuff. Oh yeah. Be cool. Cool kid. Don't be a fool. I got a special guest star today, and we're gonna knock on the door, yeah, and say hello, yeah, to Freddie Fat Fingers. Freddie Fat Fingers. So let's see if Freddie Fat Fingers is home. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, who's knocking on my door? You Freddie Fat Fingers? Yeah, I'm Freddie Fat Fingers. What of it, huh? Well, Freddie Fat Fingers, we got some beef with you. So Freddie Fat Fingers, if you guys don't know, is the finicky fairy of all things Effie. So Freddie Fat Fingers here is the one that is responsible for all the prices of silver changing, yeah? And that is why Freddie Fat Fingers is very naughty. Especially here lately, right? So we got Guido and Tony here. They're gonna take Freddie Fat Fingers for a little walk. He won't forget. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about the lovely miniatures I got here. No, I'm just kidding. Those are cool though. What do you think? Perfect for a little fairy setting. So let's set those back and really talk about what we're here for today, which is we're going to talk about silver coins around the world, and we are going to do some amazing stuff. We are going to talk about, forget about it over here. We're going to talk about, we just got done talking about Eswatini. So now we got to move on to our next country, Gabon. Hopefully it's Gabon. And that will be our next country that we do a video on, Gabon. Another African nation, surprise, surprise. And we do like our African nations. And so let's get on that. Let's get on Gabon. Gabon, let's see if we're saying that right. Is it Gabon? Or Gabon? Let's see what our friends at Google say about Gabon. Or Gabon. Or Gubon. Or Autobahn. The Autobahn. Are we in the Autobahn, Eva? Eva? Is that the Autobahn? Autobahn, Eva? Action figure? Action. And we're off. Gabon. Here we go. Ready, set.
Gabon.
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 Gabon. Oh man, the bone. Gabon. That makes perfect sense that that'd be pronounced Gabon.
Gabon.
Gabon. All right. Well, anyway, let's get right to it. Gabon, man. Gabon. Gabon. Capone. Hey, forget about it. All right. Eva, what do you think of Gabon? Gabon. Not bon or bone or boom. It's bone. Gabon. No E at the end, but we're going to pronounce it like it's got an E. Because that's how we do. That's Ghana. That's not it. That's not Gabon. Well, let me find the coin and then we'll talk. Gambia is not Gabon. So, after much searching, I've realized that I do not have any coins from Gabon. But Gambia we got. So we're going to do Gambia. All right. So yay, Gambia. Let's check out Gambia. We love Gambia. It's great stuff. And then Gabon is now on the way. So Gabon will be done. But it's the Gambia, Republic of the Gambia, that we're actually doing a video on today. So keep that in mind. Ooh, the Republic of the Gambia. It's, let's look, 20 deluxes. 1456 exploration to the Gambia. Oh, Gambia. Mintage of 15,000. Oh, yeah. Look at that dude. Doing some Gambia stuff. Like a cool kid. Cool kids. So, yeah. It's Gambia, not Gabon. It's Gambia. I mean, huh. Everybody knew the difference, right? You knew the difference, right? I know I did. Okay, so there you go. The Gambia. So we're going to go to the computer and we're going to talk about the Gambia and see where we're at. And Gabon is on its way to my house, which leaves only Kyrgyzstan until we find another country I don't have. And of course, as you know, Micronesia, I think it was, or some kind of Nesia, does not have a silver coin of any or metal of any kind. Yeah, Micronesia, nothing. They got nothing. Bupkis. You know, I just realized something. We don't have to do the Gambia on the computer because we have Gambia on the phone. All right, Gambia on the phone. This is the modern state of West Africa. Look for the Gambia, its predecessor. And the South African nation, see Zambia. Gambia redirects here for the Gambia River. The Gambia, official Republic of Gambia, and Gambia is a country in West Africa. Geographically, Gambia is the smallest country in Africa and is surrounded by Senegal except for the western coast of the Atlantic Ocean. It is situated on the side of the lower reach of the Gambia River, which flows which has the most extensive metropolitan area in the country. The second and third largest cities are Serekunda and Banjul is the capital. And there it is, the Gambia. Ooh, let's zoom in. It's the smallest country in Africa. Mainland Africa. I'm sure, like, some of these island countries are smaller, but look at that. Boy, it's a sliver of the Gambia. All right, the national language is English, but there's also Mandinka, Pular, Wolof, Suru, yeah, on and on it goes. Nope. There's Gambian Sign Language. That's neat. There's ethnic groups. You know, it's interesting. You know, there's people that say diversity is our strength, but when you go through the poverty index and crime index, any index you want to check that's, and you check diversity per capita, right? it's actually, that's the opposite is true. So the more violent a place is and the less economically viable, the more diverse its populations are. So actually, when people tell you diversity is a strength, as a general rule, that's just a flat out lie. It's completely inaccurate, woefully inaccurate, as a matter of fact. It's I would call it just a blatant lie, a total dishonesty. But it is whatever. We all have our fantasies to tell. The least diverse places on Earth actually have the most economic freedom, the most economic success, and the lowest crime rates in general. And it makes perfect sense. When people who are not diverse culturally or ethnically tend to think along the same lines and have similar values. So, Anyway, I digress. I don't want to get too far into this. So, here we go. The economy. That's what we wanted. Let's look at it. So, the economy is fish oil, petroleum, wood, nuts, Brazil nuts. Interesting. Mollusks, scrap iron. Who is what? I keep getting random messages from people. I don't even know what they're talking about. We'll check into that later. All right. Proportional representations of the exports. There you go. So most of it's rough wood. And coconuts, Brazil nuts, and cashews. Between those two, you got damn near half their exports. Wood. It's because sawn wood is fuel wood, all the wood. I mean, they make wood. Oh, well, it is what it is. Refined petroleum is a small percentage, so there's a little bit. Ooh, nuts. So there's even more nuts. These nuts. All right, anyway. There's some tourists. There's some tourism. Doesn't look like it's a lot. So here's the GDP per capita. So 2,600. That's the Gambia has a liberal market-based economy characterized by traditional subsistence agriculture, a historical reliance on ground nuts for export earnings, a re-export trade buildup around the ocean port, low import duties, minimal administrative procedure, a fluctuating exchange rate with no exchange controls, and a significant tourism industry. The World Bank pegged Gambia's GDP at $1,624 million. The International Monetary Fund says it's $977 million. From 2006 to 2012, the Gambian economy grew at an annual rate of 5 to 6%, which is pretty good. Agriculture accounts for roughly 30% of the gross domestic product and employs about 70% of the labor force. I'm sure they don't get paid much. Within agriculture, peanut production accounts for 6.9%, other crops, livestock, fishing, forestry, etc. And all told, services make up 58%. The limited amount of manufacturing is primarily agricultural based, and other manufacturing activities include soap, soft drinks, and clothing. Previously, the United Kingdom and the EU constituted the major Gambian export markets. However, in recent years, Senegal and the United States and Japan have become significant trade partners with the Gambia. In Africa, Senegal represented the biggest trade partner of the Gambia in 2007, which is a defining contrast to previous years. Now, remember, in Senegal, you have a lot of, I believe, well, no, that's not, is that Senegal? It might be. Anyway, China's really getting their hooks in there, so, here we go. In previous years, it had been Guinea, Bissau, and Ghana as equally important trade partners. Globally, Denmark, United States, and China have become important source countries for Gambian imports. The UK, Germany, Ivory Coast, and Netherlands also provide a fair share of Gambian imports. The Gambian trade deficit was $331 million in 2007. In May 2009, 12 commercial banks existed in Gambia, including one Islamic bank. The oldest of these, the Standard Chartered Bank, dates its presence back to the entry in 1894, shortly thereafter the Bank of British West Africa. In 2005, Switzerland-based Bank of the International Commercial Bank established a subsidiary with 4 branches in the country. In 2007, Nigeria's Access Bank. Wow, that's a lot of banks. There's some banks, and I'm not going to keep reading about banks. Since 2017, China, there we go, China, that's what I was talking about, was invested in Gambia. Belt and Road Initiatives, a major focus of Chinese activity in the Gambia has been processing of locally caught fish or the production of fish meal for export. The economic and environmental impact of fish meal production in Gambia are controversial. There you go, guys. The Gambia. Don't take a gamble on the Gambia. Well, you could take a gamble. It's a small country. You could check it out. In 1456, there was some kind of exploration. They did an expedition, and it was expeditious, obviously. So there we go. Yay! Guys, find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake, and if you cannot find them, do not complain to me. Meanwhile, Fat Finger Freddy's going for a walk. If you guys see him again, he might look a little different. A little. Heck with you guys. I'm leaving. Like, share, subscribe.